Hi Sagittarius, welcome to my channel. My name is Kim. So today, Sag, for your meditative session, you guys got a divine feminine. You guys got Miao Shan, the princess of mercy. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. So the meditative question that she has is, who can you show mercy to at this time? I feel like this is someone that you can't forgive. I mean, maybe for some of you, you think someone can't forgive you. For everyone, it's going to be different, obviously, but this is like about forgiveness, this is about mercy, right? And yeah, I just feel like it's interesting because it talks about how mercy and empathy are twin sisters, right? So maybe you find yourself very empathetic, or maybe you don't find yourself empathetic, like empathetic. I don't know the word, but like it's hard for you to understand other people's emotions, right? Like you don't feel like, like if someone's suffering, you don't suffer with them. You see them suffering, and your energy isn't attached. So maybe it's hard for you to forgive because if mercy is twin sisters empathy, and you can't be empathetic, then maybe it's very hard for you to forgive. Someone who's really empathetic could probably be really good at being merciful, right? Like, I think those two are tied together. Again, they're saying they're twin sisters. And what's really funny to me is that it says that empathy and mercy together create compassion. And it's funny because Leo got compassion. So Sag, I don't know if you guys have Leo in your chart or if you're connected to a Leo, but I would check out Leo's reading because it was about compassion, and this is about empathy and mercy, which makes compassion, right? Which equals compassion, basically. So yeah, Sag, that's what I'm getting for your meditative session. Let's pull some more cards and see what we got. Wow, Sagittarius. So I feel like a lot of fire energy, a lot of wands energy with this reading. And I feel like there's someone here who, right, they want to forgive, right? They want to let things go, right? But it's like a blockage for them, right? With this Two of Wands. It's like they can't see past like the hurt, or they can't see past the pain. They can't see past what this person did. It's like it replays over and over and over like an old record. It's like they can't see past that. It's like it still is something that bothers them. It's still something that they can't really like forgive, right? And this is the last thing that's like needed for this new beginning, right? With this Ace of Wands, it's like that's the last thing. The last thing is to be able to forgive this person, whoever it is that hurt you, even if it's not a romantic partner, even if it's like our parents or someone who harmed us in the past. It's like we have to let that go so that we can like, again, reclaim our own power, right? Because power comes from being, I feel like forgiving is a powerful, like people don't see forgiveness as power, they see it as like weakness, but I see it as power, right? I see empathy as power. Maybe you don't see those things as powerful and you feel like it's more powerful to hold on to grudges, but I don't see it that way, right? And I think like deep down that forgiveness is definitely more powerful than holding on to a grudge, right? because it's harming yourself, right? Because the self card's coming up underneath. It's like the only one it's hurting is you. It's not hurting them. You hold anger towards them, but who it hurts is you, right? So it's like learning that this pain that you hold on to is only really hurting you at this point, and it's your opportunity to start new, right? And I feel like it's kind of with the Destiny and the Three of Swords. Like, I think all this was kind of meant to happen, and I know it sounds kind of annoying, but it was meant to happen for some sort of reason. And I feel like you have to kind of trust, right? That trust that like there's a new beginning there for you, and trust that like with the old cycle, like accepting the old cycle, right? And I feel like maybe the person that you're dealing with, they've kind of already, whatever happened in the past, they've been able to like let go, right? But you haven't. And you kind of sit there wondering like, why is this person so capable of forgiveness, and like, why is it so hard for me? But again, maybe think about how you feel about empathy, like the word empathy. Are you like an empathetic person? Do you feel like the suffering of others? Do you feel the happiness of others? Like if someone's happy, do you feel happy with them? Like that's what empathy is. And I feel like maybe the person that you deal with is like a true empath, right? That's what I'm getting with this Four of Wands. It's like the other person, I feel like they're a very empathetic person, and they're someone that's so easy for them. Like they're the Queen of Cup, right? With the Fool. They literally, it's so easy for them to forgive and forget. You know, like maybe a lot of things have happened to this person, and they're always been able to forgive and forget. They're always the one that's able to start new, right? And maybe that's something that you're supposed to kind of learn from, right? Like this true example of what it means to like forgive and to start off again in this, like in the youth, in the Fool, right? And that's kind of maybe what they're guiding you to do, right? Like if you don't know someone like this, it's like to be in this energy where you're able to forgive, where you're able to start again. Like that's what they really want for you. And to do that, I feel like it takes a lot of love. I think empathy is like the strongest thing, because it's not something that's happening to you, it's happening to someone else that you feel. Right, and it's a very difficult thing to understand if you don't really have the ability to be empathetic, right? It's like if you cry, I cry, right? And I feel like for some people that would never happen. It's like they see you crying and they don't feel anything. So I feel like you could be one person or the other person, right? Like one extreme or the other, but for some reason, I feel like you're dealing with whoever this person is that can't forgive. It's like they're dealing with someone who's the opposite, someone who can always forgive, someone who can always find the time to like let things go and start new, right? And that's kind of their like ability, right? Like they're very like empathetic. That's what I want to say. And it's like the other person is not. The other person has like this. It's very hard for them to forgive. It's very, very hard for them to forgive. So maybe this person was brought into your life to teach you forgiveness, to teach you empathy, to teach you like those things. Again, there's something here with the Destiny where it's like all these things have happened for a reason, the past and the future, and like everything is kind of like, even though it's like really up to you, at the same time it's not. Like I think it's a hard thing to like understand, but it's like maybe you were meant to meet this person, and even though maybe they might have hurt you, maybe you're still meant to forgive them, right? And I feel like for a lot of you, you haven't been able to do that yet, and that's kind of the last step. Again, that's what I'm getting. It's the last step in this journey for you guys. It's to forgive. And I feel like you're being guided at this time. I feel like you're being helped at this time for whoever this is, that it's like even though you might feel off balance by being forgiving, even though like empathy isn't something that's like easy for you to like achieve, again, it's like they're going to help you, right? Because you have the Temperance card, the Bodhisattva, right? The Hierophant and the Three of Cups. And I see 3, right? Like they're trying to like get to you to try to help you with this. Again, another 3 here, another 3 here. So yeah, they're trying really hard to like help you out with this energy of forgiveness, which I feel like is really hard for you guys. But again, we all have our shit that we have to deal with, right? Like our problems that we have to like, you know, work through. And I feel like you're trying really hard to work through this, but I think again it's like very difficult for you. But I feel like they're there for you, right? And you might be seeing 3s a lot, but it's like even if it feels uncomfortable for you, the energy is to forgive. And I feel like that's what's going to help you start out again, right? Being able to forgive. Like this is all about forgiveness, this reading. And at the end we have like I have a lot of cards because I don't like that we ended with the 10 of Wands. I feel like the 10 of Wands, usually to me, it's not necessarily a great thing. But in this reading, I'm seeing it as a really good thing because I feel like this is like once you're able to allow the forgiveness to happen, right? It's like you see this person as the fool, right? And you see them as, maybe you actually think of them as a fool. You're like, this person is so, like you don't regard them highly because of like this energy that they sit in. But again, it's funny because it's like, I feel like you would feel a lot freer if you were able to like put yourself in this energy. And it's funny because we have all this fire, right? So it's like your element, Sag, but for you, right? Like this energy is going to do something for you, maybe totally different from this person, but it's still going to activate you in some way, right? It's like clearing up the blockages. Remember, we started with a block, like your blockage is having to forgive. And then here we have every chakra lit up, right? So it's like we've worked through the blockage. And I feel like what happens when we work through it is that we start again, right? We start new. And it's the end of being in this hangman mode where life is stagnant and like they're keeping you held somewhere because you have to learn something. What you need to learn is this energy of mercy, forgiveness, empathy, compassion, right? And once you're able to learn that, the wheel, it kind of turns, right? Hangman mode in reverse. You're not stuck anymore. You're not being held anymore. You learn the lesson and now you're free. And you're free to give the cup, right? You're free to be your own like fool, basically, right? And what comes is stability from this. What comes is a soulmate. What comes is justice, the 10 of coins, the Emperor. So I could be speaking to a masculine energy. But it's just so funny because it's like once you're able to remove this blockage, which I feel like is being able to forgive, right? To be empathetic, to be compassionate. Once you're able to learn this, right? Work through this for whoever it is that hurt you, it clears the way, right? For this new beginning. And we have all these beautiful cards at the end, right? We have, you're not in hangman mode anymore. You're starting to move. You're starting to offer your cup. Remember, it said also giving is receiving. It's like you're able to give again. Maybe you haven't given in a long time. You just receive. And now it's like finally you can give because you're able to, you can receive from giving, right? And I feel like it's going to bring you stability. It's going to bring you that partner that you desire, that soulmate, that legacy that you want to leave behind, justice in your life, right? And again, the Emperor, like the culmination of all the kings and all the kings basically, right? Like you're able to, use everything's like at your disposal and you're able to use everything, right? Not only the wands, but the cup, the pentacle, and the sword. You can communicate, look at the sword. So yeah, Sag, I really love this reading. I'm gonna leave it there. I feel like this is like the one thing that you have to work on. Giving is receiving. The energy of the universe is merciful. So yeah, Sag, I really love this reading. I love you guys. I hope this reading resonates, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.